Hello, my name is Stan Johnson with Joseph's Kitchen. I'm going to show you the most difficult thing in the whole world of baking bread, and that is programming your Saki bread machine. First of all, I love this machine. I've tried a couple other machines and I don't care for them. I know some ladies at church like their machines. I love this one. All of the machines try to make it easy for you. And so they set it up and they want you to just throw in the ingredients and push a button. But real bread making doesn't exactly always work that way. For example, you make bread different at high altitudes than you do sea level. You make bread different in the winter as you do in the summer. You make bread different sometimes with different yeasts or different berries that you're using. So there's a lot of variables, and I'll just go ahead and tell you sometime sooner or later, you're gonna be getting a bad loaf. I mean, instead of a nice, tall loaf that really expanded, it's gonna be a little squatty thing. That's just making bread, okay? It still has the same nutrients, it just doesn't look as good. But I'm gonna show you how to program it. This is actually easy, and I'm gonna show you how to make it easy. First of all, what you do is you download your Saki manual, and then on page 35, it has, this is a page, this is what it looks like on that page. It shows you the manual way to program it, and then it gives you the settings that we have found work the best. But I can tell you that sometimes these settings will have to be changed. For example, it may be that you discover that with some settings, giving it 20 minutes to rise is too long. In other words, maybe it rises up, maybe it's touching the top of your lid. I had one time that spilled over and down onto the heating elements and started smoking. I thought I had a fire, I didn't, but my jalapeno bread didn't taste too good because it had smoke all over it. So in that case, I needed to reduce the minutes that I let it rise. Most often thing that I find that I have to change is how long it cooks. Sometimes certain extra ingredients you add. Sometimes what we set here is the baking is at 45. Sometimes it needs to go up to 50, sometimes 55, sometimes 60. And I've got one I'm experimenting with right now, and it's probably gonna go like to 75 minutes. All of that is adjustable, and I'm gonna show you how to adjust it with this page here today. Okay, so what we do is first of all, make sure we have it plugged in. Okay, so I turn it on. And here it has, the menu is 01. We don't want that. So instead we push right here until it says 12. 12 right here, it says home made. So you can change the settings. So you push this until this reads 12, 10, 11, and 12. Now you can set it however you want it. And once you set it, it stays there until you want to change it the next time. So the first setting, and I'll show you these little things that move along here, right here. This tells you, you have the opportunity in the other settings to tell it how big the loaf is. In other words, you're making a 2-cup loaf, a 3-cup loaf, or a 4-cup loaf. But in this particular, where you're doing the manual setting like this, it won't let you change it. That's okay, we don't care, because our settings are gonna take care of that. So the first thing we look is the knead, and it says set knead to 20 minutes. So we move this over, watch, you'll see something change here. So knead, this little thing here, you can look it up in your manual, tells you that you're setting the knead setting. In other words, how much you want it to massage that dough. It's currently set at 20 minutes, that's correct. The reason that's correct is because this is my personal machine and I already set it. However, when you get your brand new Saki machine, it's not gonna be set to 20. So you just push up or down here to make it say 20. Then you set the next setting here, this one here goes to the next setting, and it should be set to 30 minutes. Of course, mine is already set, but yours won't be set to 30 minutes. Then you go to the next one, which is knead 2. We don't need to do knead 2, we're gonna do that in just a second. So I push here, and it'll say 0. Then rest 2, I push here again, and that setting is 15 minutes. Knead 3, push again, and that should be set to 10 minutes, and the next one should be set to 20 minutes, and it is. And the next the next four should be set to 0. But, you know, you can have several of those rises. I don't find we need them. And this is the way I've found it works for me. So anyway, it'll say 0, 0, 0. If you watch here, this is going across there. 0 and 0. Now, this one is, the last one is how long you want it to bake. And see, it changed there. This little symbol here shows you that you're setting the bake time. Right now, I had mine set to 49 minutes. This one recommends 45 minutes. And if you notice that loaf, the most recent loaf was a little brown because I turned it from 45 up to 49. Sometimes you'll find, maybe in the wintertime, maybe you have to turn it a little higher. Maybe in the summertime, you have to turn it down. Here's where you do the adjusting. Now, the next thing is a keep warm. I don't like keep warm, mainly because I like to take it out right there when it's done and start eating it. But some people want to keep warm. So if you want to keep warm, this next thing is your choice. So you just set it for the keep warm or not. There. And I had the keep warm off, and so now it is all programmed. So from now on, all I have to do is push this until it says menu 12 right there. And then I come over here and push this, and 2 hours and 20 minutes later, have a nice hot steaming loaf of whole wheat bread.